So I want to talk about some of the paranormal dreams I had. This is I have a few. Like I mean, I have many. I'm more than a few, but just maybe in the last year. This was like maybe a year or so ago. This is just one. I'm just going to mention it. I had a dream where I met somebody in the dream. Like, I didn't know who it was. I thought, maybe after I woke up in the morning, I thought, like, is that somebody I knew? Like, it reminded me of a person I knew. It was like 15, 16. And I'm like, maybe that's that person. Because it was such a real dream. And then I look on my phone, and there was like a TikTok short, and it was exactly the same person, like completely. And I'm like, dude, I didn't see that before. And the fact that TikTok short was there, the person's like supposed to be a comedian, but she's not funny at all. And it's just like, why is this showing up? And it kept showing up, actually. It was like, now my recommended feeds is this person who's not really a funny comedian. I don't find it, I look at it like, wow, none of this is funny. It's kind of bad. But it was just strange coincidence, I think. And I'm like, no, I don't recall looking at this before having gone to sleep. And that was clearly the person I had in my dream. So I'm just laying that out because dreams are almost the same as reality. They really are. Reality is just our consciousness in a simulated world, and dreams are similar to a consciousness in a simulated world. And there's lots of, I can go on and on about different paranormal experiences in dreams I've had. And, even recurring dreams. I can go on and on about recurring dreams I had. But here's kind of a theme that repeated. This is just maybe a week ago. There was this house, it's an abandoned house in the woods. And this happened 2 dreams now. The same, it went one right after the other. I woke up from the one, I went back to sleep, and I had another dream, the same dream, different details, but pretty much the same theme. It was an abandoned house in the woods, and the house was full of like stolen stuff. And I'm like going through it, and like, who's doing this? Who's stealing all this stuff? And who's like, shacked up here in this abandoned home? And the power and the water was on. I'm like, how is this? They've got power and water. This is like financed corruption. That's what the kind of the takeaway. And in both dreams, it was one of these crackheads that I know, and different in each dream was a different person, but the same thing had happened. He had gotten very territorial and attacked me, and I was missing a shoe, and that put me at a disadvantage. And I woke up, and I was like, damn, I was in a fight with these. I should be able to kick that. They were armed, okay? Dangerous characters. But, so that dream happened twice. It was, just the details a little bit different, but the general theme, same thing. I'm missing a shoe. And so now I'm like thinking, like, look, I usually interpret dreams very well, pretty much immediately. I can interpret other people's dreams and my own dreams pretty accurately in my estimation. Like, not everybody would agree that my interpretation of other people's dreams is spot on, but I'm like, yeah, that's pretty obvious. To me, it seems like usually it's like an obvious thing. And I don't want to put that forth, because in our world, people just make up stuff and go, interpret my dream, and they're just going to make some story up, and it's like, get the hell out of here. So when you speak, you got to realize our world is filled with bum people. They're just bums. Really are. Not everybody's awesome. That's just not the case. They're trying to say everybody's awesome. If you don't have love for everybody, you're something wrong with you. Okay, well, there's something different about what is actually happening, and your behaviors don't match your words. Your expression is nonsense, and you're always lying. That's a bum. But this is kind of like the force we're against. But anyway, so this dream was revealed to me, though, like the meaning of it, to a pretty deep degree. I went to put my shoes on, and there was in these shoes that I don't wear because it's like snowy and wet. I haven't worn them in a bit, but I did move them, and there was like a little mouse made a little house in the shoe. Okay, and I was like, oh, okay. I took the little stuffing out, and it was either a mouse or a shrew, and that's okay. The shoe was not damaged, and it wasn't like dirt. He just started. He might have been in there for a little bit, but he wasn't in there now. It wasn't dirty or anything. Like, okay, I took that stuffing out. That was like maybe a week before this. Okay, but here it was stuffed full with sunflower seeds, and I had put like a whole bunch. He pretty much grabbed all of the sunflower seeds, because I planted sunflower seeds. I gave most of the sunflower seeds to the bird feeders, and then a few of them I scattered around, hoping. And I have a couple popping up here and there. I did a quick scattering of them just to hopefully maybe get a couple to sprout. pretty much all of those were in my shoe. So this, the little critter was like maybe giving me a gift, going, because I'm very accommodating for the guys in the winter and the coldness. I try to, make things good for them. But in other things too. But like the fact that my shoe was missing in the dream, this is part of my capacity to exist. It's my dwelling place, and my shoe was not complete in what I was acquiring for my sustenance. And it's a strange interpretation, but that's the interpretation, because I'm like, for real, like, that to me is supernatural. Like, I was like, this is bothering me. Twice I had a dream where my shoe, my right shoe, was missing, and I had to confront these, bandits who were dangerous. And it has to do with my incompleteness as having security in my dwelling, because I don't have a dwelling. I'm like, the Son of Man has no dwelling. This is what Jesus said, and in me being a disciple of Christ is on the same terms. And the church being antichrist is very clearly pagan, very clearly antichrist. Everything they say is union with Satan. They're every Pharisee's expression is in the modern church. And it's just so, you can't speak with you. They censor everything. They're completely criminal. Everything that's like ludicrous that's going on, they're directly responsible, but they take no credit. Okay, you see, this is like the mindless, soulless. They gain it the whole world, but they have no souls. This is what we're dealing with.